welcome to GGKCS, a multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece. I'm so glad you're here today. Today is Sunday, the 28th of November, 2021. Happy Hanukkah. And this is episode 470. I'd like to say a big welcome back. Love y'all to all returning viewers and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Guess what is at the end of this episode? Christmas karaoke is back. Dammy and I recorded Christmas karaoke segments over Thanksgiving. And then they will be joining me on the, let's look at the calendar. On Sunday, the 19th of December, to record our full-length Christmas karaoke episode, which I believe it is our 7th annual. So, fun times. Well, I have some stuff to talk about. I have a finish. I actually have two finishes. I am going to share the RAL read-along grand prize bundles. We have the announcement of the winter owl and much more. So let's get started. And now it's time for what's on my needles. Nothing. I can show you what will be going on my needles in my little fish stitches bag. And it's not socks. It is with sock yarn. So if you've been around for a little bit, you may remember, good grief, when would this have been? 2018 maybe? When I knit a whole dozen or so shorty fingerless mitts. I should have brought a pair over here. Sorry. So I adapted these from a pattern, and it was a free pattern. And so I have my notes, thankfully. I kept my notes to talk about how to knit them. Okay, Janine, if you're watching this, go to the next segment. So my friend Janine, who I knit a pair of these for, no longer has them. The story is not mine to tell. And she had texted me because she's going to knit herself a pair, but I thought I would surprise her and knit her a pair as well. Cause she was like, they're not going to be the same, because she was knitting them. Anyway, so I don't remember what yarn I even used for hers. I am going to use Abstract Fiber Super Sock Plus in the Thistle colorway. This yarn is hand painted in Portland, Oregon. So I feel like she will appreciate that. So I will be casting these on, and if I'm remembering correctly, well, they must have knit up fairly quickly for me to knit a dozen of them. But they take, from the pairs that I did, looking through my notes, they take approximately 100 to 120 yards of yarn on a US 3.25 mil needle. So I will be casting those on and knitting a pair of those for Janine. And yeah, I still have plans for socks for myself from the West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply Fairy Lights colorway, which was their Christmas color a few years ago, to knit a pair of shorty socks for myself. But sometimes you got to make changes to your plans. So there you go. All right. Well, that means I have some FOs. So let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's talk about my two finished projects. First up, for the preemie hat from last Sunday. This is preemie hat number 47 for the year. It's from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can find on our website, Java Pearl Designs. And as always, everything we talk about in the episode is on our show notes at ggkcs.com. I used US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is Barocco Vintage DK in the black colorway and Bernay Softy Baby in the mint colorway. Number 47 for the year. Number 48 is on the needles back here. That means there's only, including today, 5 Sundays left in December, in 2021. How? I was asking myself the same question yesterday when I was working on my December planner. How? The other thing I finished last night, actually, during the Black Needle Society stitch and chat, I was knitting for part of the time. These are birthday socks, 2022 birthday socks for my bestie Katie's youngest son, Izzy. I used my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. I just didn't put a heel in. So there'll be tube socks for him so that they can last longer as he's growing. I used US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. The yarn is Urus Yarns Unique Fingering in the very descriptive 3014 colorway, and Sunsoak Sister Everything Earth in the Blue Christmas Without You colorway. So the toe and heel, no, sorry, the toe and cuff are the Blue Christmas, and the number is that. So as you can see, there was no color repeat in this much of the yarn. I still have this much, and it is getting back to, it's going to get back to the green and red. But that is a very long color repeat. So, but I know Izzy will love them probably even more because they are mismatched. So, there's that. I don't know what number finish this is for the year. 70 some odd. So, yeah. So that's everything that I finished this week. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. Here in my Gilmore Girls project bag, I am working on the Raining Loreleis, which is, this was a kit from Forbidden Fiber Co. I'm stitching it on 14 count Ada in the frozen colorway with the called for flosses. And I don't remember where I was last week, but here is where I am now. So I have finished the center octagon. I am in love with this border. I think it's so pretty. So I think next I will go down and do the drag. Well, see, I'm debating whether I should go down and do the dragonfly or go across and do Oi with the Poodles, because if I do Oi with the Poodles, then I could cut the excess fabric off. So that may be what happens. I may do Oi with the Poodles because I'm terrified to cut the fabric until I know for sure by stitching it that it's gonna fit. I know there's gonna be excess fabric, I just don't wanna cut it too short. So I may jump over and do Oi with the Poodles. So, I may work a little bit more on this week, but I am starting a fun project, for Vlogmas. And while Dammy was here for Thanksgiving, they helped me pick fabric and floss. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is. If you were on the Black Needle Society chat last night, you already know. You got a sneak peek. As well as my Patreon and YouTube join people got a sneak peek in this week's vlog. But I will show you on Wednesday when I am going to be stitching on. It's Christmas and I'm excited. All right, in my Knit Run Dig Winnie the Pooh project bag, I am working on Edinburgh Castle by Terra Luna Stitchery. And all the links to everything I'm using on this are in the show notes because there is a lot of things that I am using to make this project happen. This is my 25/7 project, so I'm working on this 25 minutes a day is what's been happening lately. If I do have a day where I can only get 25 stitches in, I'm totally counting that. But I am working 25 minutes and sometimes a little bit more. If I'm like at a place where it's like, oh, there's only 4 more stitches of this color in this square, you know, whatever. Or if I'm trying to finish a column sometimes. So here is where I'm at. So on Friday, which is the end of my 25/7 week, and I think this was the end of week 30. of doing this. I'm over 200 days now. So when I finished on Friday night, I was right here, and that put me at 41,600 stitches out of 265,824 complete, which is 15.649, and I had a page finish. So I finished page 8 out of 60. Yeah. So like this column was divided on page 7 and page 8. So I'm on to page 8. And then yesterday I stitched this. When you're stitching only in one color, you can stitch a lot of stitches. I will continue to work on that. I hope the siren's not too loud. I don't have the door open. So hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah. So I think I should hit 16% done before the end of the year. I don't know. I need to have more coffee before I try to do math. So those are the things that I have worked on this week. And I do have some cross stitch content in Yummies, as well as in our owls, of course, and in Ask the Geeks. So you should stick around. Let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for Yummies. What are Yummies? Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about. Yummies. I was enabled last night at the Black Needle Society chat. I was talking about, because I was working on Raining Lorelai's last night, and I was talking about, I finished the Enablers Gilmore Girls cross stitch pattern, which is a free pattern in the Enablers group on Facebook. I'm working on the Raining Lorelai's. I finished Autumn and Stars Hollow. I still obviously need to do the other 3 seasons from the Black Needle Society retreats, but they have not happened yet. But I was like, when I finished all of those, I'm going to be able to have a lovely display of cross stitch, Gilmore Girls cross stitch on my wall. And then I was informed that there are more Gilmore Girls patterns. So I'm putting a picture up on the screen of both of these. These patterns are both from Good Morning Maui. The first one is the cast of 6 of the characters, so Suki, Luke, Lorelai, Rory, Emily, and Richard, and it has the lyrics, where you lead, I will follow, anywhere you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow where you lead. This is 141 stitches by 58 stitches. So it's wide, but it's not super tall. And then the other one is Rory and Lorelai with the, if you're going to throw your life away, he better have a motorcycle quote. And this one is 56 by 54. So it's a very small pattern. I might change the quote under the Rory and Lorelai one, though. I mean, I like that quote, but it is, it's referenced in the Enablers one, with a motorcycle. So I don't know. We'll see. But, when I'm recording this episode, Good Morning Maui on Etsy, that the patterns are from, is having a 50% off sale. So I don't know if it's still going, but they have a lot of fandom patterns. So yeah. Okay. The other thing, I was taught by my kid this week. We were FaceTiming one night, as we do every day, and they were going to light a candle, and they were like, let me show you something. And I was like, okay. And they showed me, and I had to immediately go buy one. This is an electric lighter. You plug it into your USB port and it recharges. Okay, I'm gonna hold it. It's got a safety lock on mine. I'm sure they do too. So see, like, I've got 3 charges, so it's about halfway still charged. I'm gonna hold it back because it does make a noise. Pink's like, what was that? So can you see, like, well, you probably can see it better. Can you see the little bit of lightning? So never again will I buy a lighter with fuel in it when I have this. The more you know. I had no clue. I did not know that was even a thing. So I actually, Dammy, the one that Dammy was showing me was actually their roommates. So I bought a 2-pack on Amazon. They're not expensive. I got the 2-pack for like under $20. So I was like, yes. So the more you know. I hope I have educated you. I had no clue electric lighters were a thing. Okay, well, that's really all I have for Yummies this week. Next week, all of December, it's going to be a lot of stuff in Yummies. I've got my nice list box from like Needle Society to open. I have my advent calendar from Silver and Friends to open. So, and that's a reminder that starting on Wednesday on our YouTube channel, we will have a video up every day, the 1st through the 25th. We will be continuing our tradition of daily random acts of kindness. And we will be having a sale for all of our Java Pearl designs, single pattern and PDFs and ebooks. With a coupon code you can use either on Etsy or on PayHip. So, if you don't normally watch on YouTube, come over to YouTube starting Wednesday, because I don't upload the Vlogmas, Flossmas videos to our podcast feed, on like Apple Podcasts, whatever you use. Downcast is what I use. So come over to YouTube and, tune in daily for a video. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And now it is time for what we're reading, watching, and listening to. All right, let's talk about the 2021 RAL read along. This is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. So by participating in the seasonal RALs, so right now we're in October, November, December, you earn entries into the year-long challenge. At the beginning of 2022, we will draw for 3 grand prize winners. And we have 3 grand prize bundles we can announce today. I also will be putting up the thread in the Facebook group for the Modern Mrs. Darcy reading challenge. If you complete the reading challenge, you get 12 bonus entries into the giveaways. So I'll be posting that this week. Okay. Grand prize bundles. So some of the things in the bundles are the same across the 3 bundles, and some are different. So, and there's a list of everything in the show notes, but I'm going to read it to you just this one time, okay? And then we won't read it again probably until we announce the winners in January. Okay, in bundle number 1, there is a skein of CJ Copic Creations Integrity yarn in the colorway Purple Passion, donated by Eileen. There's a floss organizer donated by Lori, a Blinger string stitch marker, a GNR Alpaca Farm Rainbow Button Set donated by Hillary, a Honeyberry Studios Listen to Your Body sticker, a reading badge donated by Hillary, a package of spool savers, which I use on my cross stitch to hold the fabric, but you can also use them on spools of thread. That's what they were made for. A bag of random crafting notions, and in all 3 bundles, the winner will get their choice of 1 ebook from us or 4 single knitting patterns from Java Pearl Designs from us, and a winner's choice of 1 PDF cross-stitch pattern from Bendy Stitchy Designs. So those 2 prizes are the same across all 3 bundles. In bundle number 2, there is a Little Shop of Geeks Hamilton pouch. There is a skein of Audine Wools by Knit Crate Shine Sport in the colorway Sky, a Honeyberry Studios Listen to Your Body sticker, Spool Savers, a Knit Crate logo pin and notepad, a Got Yarn badge from Distinct Designs Unlimited, a Jazzy Creations cat stitch marker, and a stitch marker case filled with random stitch markers in addition to the patterns. And in bundle number 3, there is a skein of Uru yarn by Knit Crate Cotton Basic in the pavement colorway, a Yarn Squad drawstring backpack, a Honeyberry Studios Listen to Your Body sticker, Spool Savers, a Knit can cozy and yarn ball sticker, a knitting rules badge from Distinct Designs Unlimited, a Jazzy Creations made with love stitch marker, and stitch marker cases filled with random stitch markers, plus the prizes, the pattern prizes. So those are 3 grand prize bundles. We will lock the October, November, December RAL thread in the Facebook group on January 1st, and then draw from all the entries, and we'll announce the winners on the first episode in January. All right. What I am reading. I finished reading this week The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk. I'm trying not to sneeze. Okay. This was an amazing book. I highly, highly recommend it. If you're interested at all in knowing how your body physically but emotionally just all of yourself reacts to trauma. So it was a very, very good read. I have started reading How to Heal Yourself When No One Else Can, a total self-healing approach for mind, body, and spirit by Amy B. Scher. Continuing to read Inward by Young Pueblo. I finished reading Mourn Not You're Dead, which is the 4th book in the Duncan Kincaid and Gemma James series by Deborah Crombie, which is a mystery suspense thriller set in the UK. I also read the 2nd book in the Ruth Galloway series by Ellie Griffiths, The Janus Stone, and she is an archaeologist that gets pulled into police matters, also set in the UK. I read Exile Music by Jennifer Steele. This is the book for my in-person book club here in Seattle for December. It was a very difficult read. It is, it's a fictionalized version or fictionalized story, but based on interviews and such that the author did about, the Holocaust, and seen through the eyes of I'm trying to remember how old she was when the story started. I want to say preteen age up until she's an adult, and just the whole journey. It was a very, very interesting read. And then I just started reading the 5th book in the Kincaid and James series by Deborah Crombie, Dreaming of the Bones. Some of what I am watching is Law and Order Special Victims Unit, season 23 and episodes 4, That's Messed Up in SVU podcast, not safe for children. Rewatching season 2 of Gilmore Girls with I Am All In with Scott Patterson podcast. I actually just finished listening to this week's episode. It was the debutante episode presenting Lorelai Gilmore. So enjoying that. I'm watching Dickinson. I finished watching season 2 of The Morning Show. I stayed up past my bedtime to watch the final episode because I couldn't leave it with one episode to go to the next day. I had to know what happened. It's such a good show, and I think it's been renewed for a 3rd season. I'm watching series 13 of Doctor Who. If you don't want spoilers, this is your only warning. The Doctor is a weeping angel. What the actual? And the entire episode creeped me out so bad because I am so scared of the weeping angels. I just rewatched the episode last night or yesterday afternoon. The weeping angels are scary. So there'll be a new episode today, and okay. Murdoch Mystery Season 15, NCIS Season 19, Masked Singer Season 6, listening to my favorite murder podcast, and random Spotify playlists. And that is everything I am reading, watching, and listening to, plus our grand prize bundles for the read-along for this year. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. And now it's time for the September, October, November Artistic Autumnal Owl, which is ending this week. So I'm not going to go through all the details because it's about to end. So I will be locking the FO thread in the Facebook group Wednesday morning, December the 1st. So make sure and get your finishes posted by Tuesday evening. And we will announce the prize winners in next week's episode. As always, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. People who, as always, thank you so much to our prize donors. Love y'all. If you want to see the prizes more in detail or see other pictures, you can go to our show notes, ggkcs.com. And people who finished projects this week are Brittany M. and Jane S. Great job, y'all. Get those projects finished and posted. And since this is coming to an end, that means we have a new owl starting on Wednesday. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about our December, January, February, walking in a winter wonderland, do-do-do-do, ow. So this starts on Wednesday, the 1st of December, and it runs through the 28th of February. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, or sew that you can convince us is related to winter. Your fallback, you made it in the winter. Okay. No whips are allowed, so you can't start your project until Wednesday or later, and you have to finish it by the 28th of February. I'm going to go ahead and go through everything because next week I'll have to announce the autumn winners, it'll be a longer Yummy segment. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the prizes and everything today. And then I won't talk about all the details of the owl again until the first podcast of January. Yes. Okay. So every project that you knit, crochet, weave, spin must be at least 20 yards, 18.3 meters. And you finish it and you post it in the Facebook group FO thread, and that counts as one entry into the giveaways. If your project is not at least that yardage, you need to group it in a single photo with other projects that all of them together total at least the 20 yards. And that will be one entry into the giveaways. For stitching and sewing projects, we leave it to your best judgment. If you want an official ruling, feel free to email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to poly dip in other owls as long as it fits in with the other rules. We have a Google form. If you fill that out, it helps us know what crafts you do. And that way, if you are drawn as a prize winner, we can make sure it is the prize is a craft that you actually do. If you do not fill out the Google form, you will just get whatever prize you get. Prizes. A huge thank you to everyone who donated prizes. Love y'all. Let's talk about them. Oh, if you'd like to donate a prize, you can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. Okay, let's talk about the prizes. First up, we have a Santa Claus hoop cross-stitch kit. Next, we have Audine Wools by Knit Crate Worsted. We have 2 skeins of Turtle Dove donated by Carlene. 2 winners will each win 1 skein. We have a Snowflake cross-stitch journal donated by Lori. And we have a Countess Ablaze braid in the Northern Lights colorway. So, some really fun and winter themed prizes for the winter owl. You have to be a member of the GGKCS podcast/FlossTube group on Facebook to participate. Social media hashtag GGKCS Winter 2122. The thread will be locked the morning of the 1st of March, and winners will be drawn on the next podcast after that. And as always, you will have 30 days to claim your prize if you are a winner or you forfeit it. And there is a chatter thread in the Facebook group. I have not opened up the FO and the chatter thread yet. I might get that done before this episode actually goes live. So they may be up and ready. So I will work on that. So, alrighty, so that is our winter owl, and we hope that you will participate and let us know if you have any questions. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for Ask the Geeks, the part of the show where you ask us questions and we try to answer them. This week's question came in on YouTube, so thank you. Emily S. asks, when did you start Edinburgh Castle? So let me consult my Happy Planner notes book here. Okay. Edinburgh Castle was started on the 15th of April, 2020. And I'm trying to, my pages are, I had it magnetized to another page. I'm trying to, with a magnet bookmark. I worked on it all but four days between my start date of April 15th and the end of October 2020. And then I set it aside, and then I came back to it in January and worked on it for 8 days. And then it got set aside again until I started 25/7 on May the 1st. And I have worked on it every single day since May the 1st. I use these S-Word design trackers. I've got some over here because they came in the Black Needle Society box. So these are the 3-year version, where you can put your information and you just like highlight or fill in the days as you work on them. So I will be punching these and putting them in my Happy Notes notebook here. I like being able to see like how many days it takes me to do stuff. Like, for example, well, I shouldn't have set it away aside. Izzy's birthday socks, I didn't fill in yet, first Friday and Saturday. They took me 23 days. And I was also working on 25/7 and cross stitch and preemie hats. So not bad. Not bad. So I think it's a really cool, I mean, like the S-Word Designs cards were designed for cross stitch, but I find that I'm able to use them for knitting as well with just a little modification of the information at the top. So I definitely recommend those if you want to kind of keep track of how long it actually takes you to work on a project. So thank you so much, Emily, for the question. If you have a question for us, you can post it in the Ask the Geeks post in the Facebook group. You can post it as a comment to any of our YouTube videos. You can send me a DM on Instagram, cc_job-of-pearl. You can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. And thus far, there's not been yet a question we have not been willing to answer. So feel free to ask and we will answer. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, with that, we made it to the end of the show. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's run through announcements. As I mentioned already, I will be starting doing Vlogmas/Flossmas on Wednesday, December the 1st, and that'll run through December 25th. And yeah, I'm excited for that. It'll be over on our YouTube channel. So I have an event next weekend that I am participating in. So I am going to be recording next weekend's episode on Friday, and it will go live on Saturday. So it's going to go live 2 days early, which means also there won't be as much crafting progress since it'll be filmed a couple days early. Yeah, Friday instead of Sunday. But I will still have an episode for you. Make sure and stay tuned after the credits for the first of our Christmas karaoke segments for this year. We are continuing to co-host the Pride Owl that started in May and runs through the end of June 2022. There's a YouTube video in the show notes, ggkcs.com, that tells you all the details. Our hashtag is hashtag GGKCS Pride Along 2122. A huge thank you to everyone who supports the podcast, no matter how it is you do it. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. A big thank you, love y'all, to those who support financially, which helps pay for shipping of prizes. So like the autumn prizes that'll be announced next week, the winners, those prizes, as well as technology behind the scenes. There are a few ways you can support us financially. The first is Patreon and YouTube Join, which are sites where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you earn rewards or perks based on the level you donate at. If you would like to sign up or learn more, you can go to patreon.com/GGKCS or click the join button under any of our YouTube videos. We have, if you'd like to make a one-time donation, there is a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website. We are bookshop.org affiliates. Bookshop is an online bookstore with a mission to financially support local independent bookstores. If you purchase a book from our shop, we earn a commission and local independent bookstores earn money from your purchase. Our shop is at bookshop.org/shop/GGKCS. And we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our site first, click on the appropriate Amazon link and then do your shopping as normal. We earn a little back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Great way to support the podcast by doing something you were going to do anyway. You can find us online at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, and more. Well, with that, I'm going to tell you goodbye. I hope you had, if you're here in the U.S., I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to vlogging through December with y'all. And remember to stay safe and healthy, wear your mask, get your vaccination, get your booster when you're eligible, and stay safe. And until I see you again, happy crafting. Talk to you again soon. Bye. Don't forget to stay tuned for Christmas karaoke. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.